Hello. So tonight's going to be slightly different. I'm not too sure how I'm doing this. I'm sort of going with the flow. Um, and so we'll just see what happens. I want to try something different. Normally, I just like to look at people and see what I feel, but I also thought it might be really neat to show how the cards work. So right now it's just Penelope and Shar, and that's easy enough to do. So I am actually going to change cameras. So we're going to see if I can do it without messing it up. Okay, so I'm using the Cat's Rule, the Earth deck, and this one shows the four of wands. And so Penelope, you're first. And what I'm going to do is describe the cards. So you're all going to have to wait for me to get down to you. So Kathy and Faye. So it's Penelope, Shar, Faye, Kathy, and Rochelle. And I'll just keep going down that way. So if you see someone saying, hey, how about me? Just let them, feel free to say to them, be patient. She's getting there. Hi, Marie. And I may do this for a few minutes. I might go a different way. I don't know. Okay, so this, as you can see, is the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands, as you can see, there's a couple inside, normally represents a marriage, but with all the fruit and everything at the top of it, it makes me think of concentration, of putting together a plan. And the little sparklers or stars in the background say, well, we can do this plan, but how are we going to get about it? Okay, and so for Penelope, this is into April by the looks of it. And it's an idea or concept about what you want to do, how you want to do it, and you make a plan for it. Now, I'm not a big one for plans, but you know, things happen, so we can see where this goes. And the four represents the foundation. So when you have a foundation, there isn't anything that you can't accomplish. So, Shar, you have the Ten of Pentacles. And with the Ten of Pentacles, and we don't normally go into detail, but you have the ideal family situation. Obviously, this is Christmas time, and the pentacles in the background tell me that it's a way of memories. Think of it as pictures of people who have been around you in your lifetime. And the stockings, hung with care, but sometimes our stockings can expand and they can diminish at the same time. But this is saying get back to the basics. Look at what has been there, but turn around to look at what is still in front of you, the accomplishments, the celebration, everything that you can think of that you will do in this lifetime. There is an opportunity. And for you, family is important, whether they are your own children or the children of children. They are important to you, Shar. So it's in, for me, when I look at this card, what I think of, it's like keeping that connectiveness to our family, to our traditions. And it is definitely there for you. So keep going forward. So, hello, Faye. We have for you, okay, don't get drunk and try to walk a straight line. But we have the Four Cups again, the idea of foundation. But one of the foundations is missing, and that would be your son. And the thing is that when you look at it, we can wallow in self pity, or we can pick ourselves up and make it brighter. And this is saying that you're going from looking at the past to going to your future, and that it is a time of celebration, a time of rejoicing for you. Sorry. And it's about um, emotionally letting the baggage go. So that is what that card is. All right, Kathy, let's see what we have for you. Ooh, justice. So, justice, let's see if we can focus it in a little bit more. Justice is just that, being in tune with what is right and what is wrong. But it's also about the idea that when you look to what is working for you, you hold on to it. And maybe you do have to move the scales up and down a little to actually find what works best for you, but you are going to do it. And it also talks about unveiling, like you unveil the truth of yourself. If people don't like it, they don't like it. Not everyone's going to like what they see, hear, or their impression of things. But the thing is if you're true to yourself, Kathy, then there isn't anything that you're doing wrong because you've never portrayed yourself to be something you're not. So that is what that card says for me. Hi, Rochelle. Well, yes, you did have a reading recently. And here you are again. Ooh, Two of Swords, Rochelle. This is time to contemplate and to look to what you want. A sword is a double edge, sharp and dull, but it's also communication. And communication is a tough one. If we're not used to going out there and talking and describing what we want in life, to actually do it can be tongue tying. But the other portion of it is if we actually do it in such a way that maybe write it down ahead of time, like people who have a script when they're doing cold calling. So it's writing it down, it's looking at it and saying, okay, this is the way I want to see it. And maybe sometimes you have to detour a little. But the thing is, even if you have a battle wound, you're still going to be able to get to what you want or get across what you want. So if you're looking at communication, I'm going to say write it out, be straightforward, tell it as your truth. And as you do so, people will begin to respect and treat you in a totally different light. All right. Marie. Hi, how are you? And Marie, we have the Seven of Swords. And this camera is normally way better, but it doesn't seem to want to be tonight. And I could rub my finger on it and see if it would work. But the Seven of Swords, and I think last night I said, don't get a tattoo with this one. Skinless cat. So you're bearing your soul. You're literally where Kathy was speaking her truth. You're bearing your soul for people to see you, to know this is what you want. You want a relationship. You want respect. You want love. You want financial happiness. But the Seven of Swords says, be careful of what you divulge to other people, because sometimes people do take our ideas. So I'm going to say, if there is something that is close to your heart, Marie, you keep it close to your heart until you're ready to share it with others. This is keep it close, because if you don't, you're going to lose it. So it does seem to be important here. Some secrets are best left unsaid until we are ready to move forward. All right. Yeah, I can pull a, well, Janet's on, so I can pull her a card. Hi, Janet. Didn't you get this last night, the Hermit? I can't remember, but this is a surprise. This is a move. And what I like about the Hermit, one, it represents the 9th month, because you can't see it, or I can't. There's number 9, and you have more of a fall-like setting. You have the box, and you have the star lighting your way. Okay, you have the books of wisdom all around you, which normally means education. And they're saying that there's an opportunity for you to light your way to look to the education that you so desire to achieve, maybe a better job, or even to move in a direction, if you're moving into a direction that you really want to be in. So in other words, if you're looking at moving, then there's an opportunity being presented here. So it's be open to change is basically what I'm getting there. Shar, you're second one out, so it's not too hard to go back and watch. Kat, hello. I'm taking it you guys are related somehow. The Six of Wands. Look at that look on that cat's face, like I'm happy, let's get going. The wreath, celebration, the headdress. 6 is normally June, but we could also look at this as May Day. Okay, so when, I don't know what date that is, 1st of May. or second. And this is about celebration, but it's also about growth. Because if you look, you also have the leaves coming out, but you also have all these little flowers and everything here. So new ideas, time for growth, celebrate, live life to the fullest, because really, we don't know what tomorrow holds. We can have a look and predict and summarize possibilities of tomorrow, but today's the most important day because you're right in it. So it's live those moments to the fullest. And you know what? Maybe sometimes you stumble and fall, but that's okay. Because if we stumble and fall, it means we're human. So don't be afraid of mistakes. Just keep moving forward. And I want to say congratulations on a promotion, because I sort of feel like you're getting a new job or something there. Hi, Tammy. Tammy, you have the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups, 6 is about family, so is 8. 6 is about romance. Cups are about romance. Cups are about journey as well. So this could be a trip to a foreign land or to a location that you're not familiar with, where you're going with family and it's supposed to be taking time to enjoy, to sit back, relax. And it could be that you should go to a spa. Now, I don't know if you actually have a child or you've got a sister who sort of looks a little like you, but even if we look alike, even when we have similarities, we're still different, Tammy. And what I'm feeling here is that you should embrace your individuality, that you shouldn't worry about whether you're like someone else or you act like someone else, or, oh my God, you move your hands like your grandma did. Okay, it doesn't matter. What matters is it's you. It's who you are. And if we can stop worrying about what others think about us, and I say that, but it has been a hard journey to learn that, then we're riper for it. We're richer in more ways than we realize. So I'm going to say, don't worry about what someone says about you. Worry about how you feel about yourself. And I suggest you write on the mirror that you are looking at a goddess, and that goddess deserves to be loved. So I'm going to put that out there. Lovey, hello. Ah, Lovey, let's see what we have for you. Temperance. Patience is a virtue. Whoops. I want to run away. And this is really sometimes the hardest card to read, because depending on where it falls in the spread when you're doing a tarot reading, depends on the meaning of it. Sometimes it is all about patience. Other times, depending on where it is move forward, take a chance, take that leap of faith, follow the rainbow, see where it's going to lead you. And then the water is, again, emotions. So it's about expressing yourself. But you notice this cat's not moving. This cat's standing still. So maybe it is about standing still right now, being patient, looking at a new direction. 1 second. Sorry, got a little tickle here. Won't go away. But what I like about the cups is they're even, and the rubies on them tell me of fruitation around you. And if you notice, cat has 2 different colored eyes. I don't know if you can see that. No, that's weird. On my cards, one's blue, one's yellow. So there might be someone around you who needs a pair of glasses. So Lovey, if you do wear glasses, I am going to suggest that you maybe go get your eyes checked in case you need to have them redone. Kathy, you're welcome. Carrie. Oh, okay. So the interesting part about cards is the card itself represents something. The Wheel of Fortune, patience. You're the person who makes the decision what way you want to go in. But sometimes if the card comes out this way, it also has the same meaning, but there's more caution to it. So I just wanted to do that with that one. But Carrie, this is about looking to see the direction you want to go in, knowing that you hold the wheel and you can do it. You have 4 seasons around you, so it means that it could be at any time in this year that you're going to make a decision. And when you make it, you need to trust yourself. And sometimes the decisions are black and white, just like the cat. Okay, it's a yes or a no. Every now and then we can get the in between of, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure. But then again, if we stop and listen to our intuition, 10 to 1 will actually get the information that we are looking for. Okay, so a couple of things here. Steering wheel, you're responsible for the way you maneuver throughout life. It's a yes or no answer. Trust your instincts and just keep moving forward. Okay, Orville. So, Orville, life is a funny thing. A really funny thing at times. When we move forward, there are times that we want to be in a relationship. And as we're in that relationship, we're looking to see, does this work? Will it fulfill the dreams and desires that I have? And if it will, then the heart is there, which is right here. But when we also look at it, it's the idea that no one's perfect. There is no one, unless she is the Queen of England, who has since died, the Queen. We can feel that energy inside of us and be proud and be the princess and be the queen. And by the way, you've got a young person around you who is very much like a princess. But the thing is that if we put someone too high on a pedestal, they're eventually going to fall. So if you're looking for love, it has to be an even keel. It can't be one person higher than the other for you, because if that's the case, you're the one who's losing out. So when you look for your queen in your family, it has to come from the heart. Now, there is a journey for you up north by the looks of it. And I know you're somewhere around Edmonton, so probably higher up. And it could be a job offer, or it could be you're taking a trip. But my instincts will feel like I should say it's a job offer of some sort. And interesting enough, the trees stand out like... what am I thinking of? Like the Ace of Spades. And the Ace of Spades, to me, would be about money. I know diamonds should be, but Ace of Spades are around money too. But they're also around new jobs, new starts for you. All right. Where did I leave off? I did Orville. So I just need to go up a little because my computer jumped on me. So bear with me. Hello, Shay Shay. Shay, 5 of Cups. So as you can see, the cat is playing with the wine. And when we were kids, we actually had a rooster who lived in the house, slept next to the fireplace in a box, and he liked whiskey. And our dad would give him a shot of whiskey every night. He loved it. It also kept him from waking up at 5 in the morning and crowing to make sure we were all awake. But this one says there may be a little trouble brewing around you, but I'm not too worried about it. I feel that if you have something you need to do or take care of, you're going to succeed, because you're securing the last 2 cups around you. And again, cups are emotions, but it also means leave behind the past, move forward. Now, there is a little funny looking house. It looks like a chair, and the bridge in the distance. So this could be a trip that you're going to see someone in a 2-story house or a 2-story, 3-story apartment. And I would tell you to check your tires before you go, especially your spare, and make sure that it is full. Now, this also makes me feel that there is a possibility there's been a little heartache around you, but not to worry. You're going to get over it, honey. Okay, Rochelle, dead on as usual. Thank you. You're welcome, Marie. Janine. I'll get it right. Janine Honest. Janine and Brandon. Now, this is going to be a really good example of how when cards fall together, what they can represent. And just for this reason, I am shuffling them over again and pulling 2. Okay. We have the Ten of Wands, heavy burden. We're rearranging everything so we make sure we have wood for the fire. Even though we've got a little fire burning beside us, we really don't need it outside. But maybe you're clearing some land or you're clearing an issue around the house. And it could also mean a move, because the Magician is about having the paraphernalia at your fingertips to move. Now, the roses stand out, and this is for both of you. So I don't know if there's someone called Rose or Lily or like a flower sign, Daisy, be a person or a pet on the other side, but I would say Rose is reaching out, or the flower person is. Again, a little bit of a cloud bank heading towards you, but you've got the fire going here, so I'm not worried. You're going to be set. Things may be moving slowly, but then all of a sudden they're going to go bang, and it's going to be a mad rush to get things done. And I'm going to say, make sure you have extra fuel beside you so that you're able to get it done and not feel like you're racing in 100 different directions. All right. And your little boy, he is the ruler of the house. And I think you're supposed to have a daughter, but I don't know if you already do, but I do think you're supposed to have a daughter. Okay. Hi, Heather. Heather, Knight of Swords. Don't we always want to have that knight in shining armor come towards us and rescue us, especially when we're kids and fairy tales. But here, you're quite capable of rescuing yourself, Heather. You don't need anyone else to do it for you. You can stand firm. Now, the crest of arms tells me that there's history in Europe or Great Britain or wherever, the Green Isle. There's history for you, and it may be something that you're going to see in this lifetime. It may be a place you're going to go visit, and it feels like when you get there, it's like that old feeling of, oh, I'm home. Okay, so don't argue a point if you know you're going to lose it. That's what these two swords are about, and the sword on the side here. Don't argue a point, because all you're doing is coming to cross arms. And if you come to cross arms, nothing gets done. So I am feeling that there's something here you are going to argue about. And I'm saying, don't waste your energy. Don't waste your time. Hello, Liam. Liam, you have the Three of Pentacles. It made me think of witches getting together and having a little party. And look, he's licking at his lips. So maybe it's a food party. But this is also a wedding celebration. Three pentacles represent earth. They represent money. This is a church or a church setting. But these two, I know they're supposed to be windows, but they make me think of boats, like getting things ready, getting ready to take a trip, move in another direction. And this cat makes me feel like I'm a little mischievous. So does this one here. And I've got a plan. Okay, so you've got someone at home that's causing a little disturbance, and they have plans. I don't know if you're aware of it. This is a boy, and they have plans, and you're going to have to step in and put your foot down, and I'm going to say, be firm, but be loving. Changes are going to have to be made, especially in March. All right? And this is about home life. It's nothing else but home life. Okay. Kalisha, hello. Let us see what we have for you. Ooh, I hope you're in a relationship, because this says King of Cups, and this is someone who is so close to your heart, like a young one. And the King of Cups is being proud, emotional, someone, a water sign normally, but it can also be a representation of their emotions and how they express them. A little bit of a journey here, but nothing you can't handle. And some celebration. Even though you got some fluffy clouds in the background, I'm thinking that that's not what I'm worried about at all. I'm not worried about the clouds. I'm more thinking that you need to replenish the fluid inside of your body to look after your health, and then to trust your instincts. If you are going out somewhere on the water, I'm going to say make sure you wear your safety vest, okay? It's not somewhere you should be going without the safety vest. All right, Kat, you're welcome. Patty. Hello, Patty. Okay. If I squint hard enough, I'll see where I want to be. So 5 of Swords. It represents direction. It's communication. I like the little shape of the heart here because it sort of makes you feel like someone close to you is trying to communicate with you. And I mean on my side of the fence, Patty, like a mom, a dad, grandma, someone like that. But the star represents a badge. So policing and a change, but there's calmer water here. Now the squinting could be that you need to get your eyes checked. Okay. Or if you do get something in your eye, don't be silly like I was and rub your eye because you're not supposed to. The other thing is that those are the Rocky Mountains. So it is possible that you're going on a small trip, either where you can see mountains or you're going somewhere like Banff. Okay. So there is a trip coming up for you as well. Pack lightly. You don't need a lot. I don't think it's more than 2 days. And I've seen people take 3 suitcases for 2 days, but they're saying to pack lightly. And then I'm going to ask you, do you recognize the name Joseph? And if you do, please put it down below for me. Okay, Tammy, you're welcome. Jen, I did shuffle the cards. 5 of Wands. Get out your magic. We all have magic inside of us. It's whether we want to listen to it. And I feel like I'm supposed to say to you, get out your magic, start practicing, start listening. If you do tarot cards, read your cards. But it also makes me think of Halloween. Now, again, the star shape, which could represent not a conflict, but an interaction with a police member. So be careful of your speed. And then I don't know why September 25th comes to mind, but I'd write that on your calendar about watch your speed limit. But it's also about communication, and it truly is about listening to your instincts. No matter how barren it looks, there are opportunities around you. The wands represent work. They represent burdens, but with this one, because the burden is so tied nicely, it's not so much a burden, it's the way you perceive it. So maybe a new opportunity around work as well. Carrie, you're welcome. Lovey, I sure will. I yelled bingo and it was 36 and not 38. The embarrassment. I've done that. It is embarrassing, but it's sort of fun too. Jen, could I pull a card for your eldest, Emily? Emily. Let's see what we have for you. The Ace of Cups. Emily, as you can see, there is a cup with a W on it, but if you actually turn it around, it becomes an M like marriage. The fact that the hearts are on it tells me that there's love around you and that you are truly loved and blessed. But the way the cup flows over in nice steady streams, which to me means even throughout our life, we may have tears and everything, but as long as we have that sense of love around us and that support, there isn't anything, Emily, we cannot achieve in this lifetime. And this tells me that you will achieve your dreams. And maybe some dreams you're going to put a little to the side and do later in life, but this tells me you will achieve your dreams. Hello, Elaine. Elaine, now what I would like to know is, do you like the cards like this? Let me know, because it helps me decide what I'm going to do next month. Might not be cards. Elaine, you have the 3 of Wands. He sort of looks a little grumpy, like his ears are down, and sort of, if you ever watch the cat, their ears go down when they get mad. But what I like is you got the sunflowers back here, and those are representation of money, sunshine, health, making sure you get your essential oils, and that's something you would talk to a doctor or pharmacist about. And it's about knowing that even if there are days that you feel like, I really don't want to get out of bed and do this, you know you're going to, because that is your determination and your willpower. And the other thing is that with this, it also tells me about new little starts and growths around you, creative energy. So I would say really look to the creative energy, whether it's painting a wall or writing a poem or doing a book or just singing. There should be creative energy around you. All right, Orville. Oh, you just got shipped back to Langley. That's south, not north. And but hopefully where you are supposed to end up is where you're going to be. Shay, thank you. Absolutely right as always. Really appreciate you. Thank you. You're welcome. Hello, Gloria. So, Gloria, let's see what we have. Okay. You have the 9 of Swords. And as I've said earlier, swords are wind. And swords are communication, but they're also air. Sorry, I said I pulled a blank there. And they're also, these swords are pointing away, which means a communication coming towards you that's slightly been blocked. The cat on the checker blanket says that I want the comfort of home around me. Okay, so this is someone on the other side. William Bill WWW. I'm not sure if that's a last name I'm supposed to be going with, but get the feeling that there is a man on the other side who just wants you to know that he has found the comfort of his home and he has been trying to communicate with you, and that you just need to be open a little more to hear it, Gloria. The other thing is you might need to swap your bed around, like, flip the mattress or get a new mattress. This also indicates that you're not sleeping properly. So I would say it is important for you to look after your health. What you guys can't all see is my hands are moving, but and get your hearing checked. Okay, that seems to be an issue here. Okay, so is this a guppy? Okay, I don't know if that's a guppy or not. Bad 2 Tarot Destroyer. That's sort of good. Interesting you're here with asking a question. Yes, it's always important to be true to yourself. And the Sun says that you need to look after yourself. Most important, whether or not you're with someone else is a little besides the fact. And if you're not going to listen, why do you ask questions? That is what I'm told to tell you. All right. Heather, thank you, Darcy. Okay. You're going to have to work on that rehab, and I'm going to say that you're going to have to do a contract with them. Well, if Patty, if Joseph was your great grandfather, then I'm just letting you know he's around you. All right. Carly, hello. And Sophie, or Lovey, I will do for Sophie. Oh, okay. Carly, the 3 of Swords represents disappointment. And it feels like your heart's been pierced and your mind's a little bit in a fuddle. But what I like about the 3 of Swords is it only hurts as much as you want it to. If you're willing to release the pain, release the disappointment, great joy can come towards you. And the fact that it shows the red means you have a lot of passion for life, and that you probably do. It is red. I know it looks orange, but it's red. And you probably put yourself out there more than most people would. And when we do that, we do tend to get a little disappointed. But from the gray clouds, there's a silver lining, because sometimes things work out just the way they're meant to be, whether we want it to or not. And I'll use this. I never really thought I would live on Vancouver Island. I fought it for years. Tooth, nail, and sinker sort of idea. And here I am living on Vancouver Island. Now, will I ever leave the island? My disappointment would be no, I don't. But how do I know this isn't where I'm supposed to be? And that's what that card says. Sometimes our disappointment is more our joy than we realize. So I'm just going to say, be open to the possibilities around you, because you might be surprised. All right, Sophie. Time to learn and to work our way through school, because that's what this card is about. I actually didn't read the question until I looked up and saw school or work. I think you're going to do both. You are going to be going to school, and you are also going to be working. Now, it may be part-time, but you notice how the books are open? If we don't open our books and study, how are we supposed to learn anything? You're a smart cookie. So I'm going to say charge forward and learn what you want. And you could be anything: policing, you could be a teacher, you could be a doctor, a nurse, electrician. What resonates with you, Sophie, is the most important thing. And if you wanted to go into artwork, and if I get shot down for this, that's okay, then you go into artwork. Because I was saying to my daughter tonight, I wished I had half the talent she did for drawing. Okay, I know my talent's somewhere else. But when I was younger, I used to love to draw, but I was told no, it wasn't a way to make money. Whereas on the other shoe, I have told my daughter, go ahead, draw all you want and see if you can make a living out of it. So the most important thing is to trust your instincts, because if you're not enjoying what you're taking school for, then you need to really look and say, what do I want to do? Hello, Mr. Khan. Ooh, Two of Pentacles. Okay, so Two of Pentacles, money. This is a great idea, whatever it is you're contemplating, but it's parallel to another idea. So you're doing two things at once. And they almost look like twins. But the thing is, they're not. They're a mirror reflection, but they're not actually twins. It's like looking in the mirror and seeing yourself and pulling that energy you need to accomplish what you want, because you got the candles burning, you got the money above you, and there's all these little clouds or smoke coming in to camouflage thing. But if you wipe this, the steam off the mirror, you'll see what you're looking for. So trust yourself. Trust that you're going in the right direction, because if you don't, then you're going to falter and hit your knee to the ground, and you're going to have to get up and have a new knee put in. So trust yourself, Mr. Khan. And Jen, I'm glad you wrote that on your calendar. For your wife, Miss Dora, I picked the Fool. Okay. And what I'm going to say, Mr. Khan, is that she has an opportunity to make a change, and you guys are either looking at a move and she's going, oh my God, not another one. But it feels like you're allowing spirit to lead you in the direction you want to. Both of you want to go in. And I do believe it's going to happen. So trust yourself, both of you. Elaine, oh my God. Hit the cat and a head nail going. Okay. Chiropractor, going to gym, watching. Yes. I'm waiting for my abundance of money to fall in my lap too. Sometimes, though, I forget to play the lottery. So I'm going to say, don't forget to play once in a while, but don't go crazy. Hi, Carrie. Carrie, you have the star. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Now, the rest of it. And this says, wish upon your star. Not just one, you got a whole bunch of them there. And look where you're going. Don't step in a puddle. It's also faith. Like you believe in what you're doing. And as long as you believe in what you're doing, there isn't anything you can't accomplish. I'm a firm believer that dreams are important. Because if I hadn't dreamed, my daughter and I never would have traveled most of the world. So things happen the way they're meant to, but I also believe that sometimes we have to put into motion what we are after. And I don't know if you ever plan on going to Africa, but I am hearing it in my head. And what I want to ask is anyone out there who's listening, if you recognize the name Adam, and if you do, please put it down below and how they're related, family, friend, or acquaintance, please. And also put dead or alive, because that also helps me so I know what direction. And if someone knows 2 or more, let me know that as well. So this is also protect your throat area, Carrie. So if you're having like a cough or anything, make sure you look after it. Make sure you're covering it when you're going outside. And, you know, for us ladies who worry about the décolletage, add a little extra cream and move it in so we don't have wrinkles. Okay, Jeanette. Hello, Jeanette. Ooh, okay. So one of your daughters want... Okay, thanks, Heather. I'll be right there in a minute. One of your daughters wants a job. I don't know if that's like a part-time job or, you know, a job working around the house, but one of them's looking to raise a little money. So if you're inclined and you've got chores that need to be done, this would be the perfect opportunity to get her to do the chores and get used to the idea. But the other part about this, again, is the Page of Wands is normally a younger person, normally 20 and under. And they're seeking information. They're looking to where they want to go in life. And they do need direction. No 2 ways about it. They definitely need a little input, a little help to making those decisions. So that's where you come in. So I'm going to say, trust your instincts, move them in the direction they need to go, and you and they will be pleasantly surprised of the results you're going to get. Okay, so they will be, Carly. They will be okay. Okay, so Heather, about Adam. I am going to ask that maybe he go and get himself checked. Like, I don't know if it's his diet, his nutrition, but there's something going on there that I wouldn't mind he have a little look at. So I am going to hand that out there. And what I'm going to do is, hello, I'm going to come back online and I am going to say, if anyone has any questions, this is a great time to ask them. Otherwise, I'm going to thank you so much for joining me tonight. Next month, I don't quite know what day I'll do it, this again on. But my biggest thing is that without you, there never would be a show in the first place, whether it was with myself, with Sean and I, and Penelope and I. I mean, I can't express how much I appreciate the fact that you're all willing to follow. So I look forward to seeing you again. Now, I will say next week, our Wednesday may change to Tuesday if Penelope's available, because I am going to visit friends. And Lovey, I'll answer that question. Absolutely going to meet someone new. Be open, honey, because it's there for you. And Heather, it's fun. I like doing this. If I could do this every day of my life, I'd probably be a happy camper, but I have a day job. And, well, this is Jeanette. It's a great time to make money. So we will see you hopefully next week, Tuesday night, if everything goes well and Penelope can come on. And thank you again. And there is another show I'm trying to develop, and we'll see how that goes as well. Okay. Blessed be everyone. Have a great night.